Knicks Rehab.
Man, listen, y'all being too nice. Cat's out the bag. He ain't shit this season. Straight up and down. It is I'm not going to debate with my brothers. I'm not debating with nobody in the comment section. He is leaving Brunson out there all alone by himself. Straight up and down. Cat was brought here to get us over the hump. Cat was brought here to help us win a championship. Cat was brought here to be that second guy alongside Brunson. So if Brunson can't hold it down, Cat will pick it up. The league and the players has caught up to Cat. If we want to be honest, Cat has no moves. That bum ass move he be doing at the top of the key, where he literally just goes one way with that cradle, that shit is an offensive foul every time. If Cat ain't knocking down threes, Cat ain't doing shit. Like, we Knicks fans and we love our guys, but we have to be honest. This season, Cat has not lived up to that contract. Straight up and down. He's been terrible. I've said it night in and night out. He does nothing important no more. Nothing. He doesn't get an important rebound. He doesn't get an important block. He doesn't do any of those things. Cat has to change his game. Cat has to get on the block. Cat has to change his game. If Cat isn't going to change his game and make us better, we have to think about moving Cat. I've said this how many times now? He's in Brunson's way offensively. I've been saying this. When Cat is out there, Fabian, it's funky. He can't do nothing right. He can't play defense right. He can't set a pick right. He can't go to the basket right. He does nothing right at this point. Now, am I being a little harsh? Maybe. But we're trying to win a championship. And, bro, we cannot keep relying on Brunson when we have a guy that's making the most money on the team that considers himself the best three-point shoot big man in the game. How the fuck do you have 2 points against Miami Heat? He called you on the Heat. So for me, Pat is too consistent with playing bad basketball. He's been in the league too long to still look like he doesn't know how to play the game. Seriously. He always looked lost on defense. On offense, he just looks out of whack. When he complains to the refs, he looks weird. It's just I'm starting to be over Cat. Seriously, I really am. And Mike Brown is trying his best to give him opportunity after opportunity. Because even in tonight's game, he subbed Cat in a little bit late. I would have kept him on the bench. But that's Mike Brown being a nice guy, trying to keep Cat's confidence kind of high. But there was no need for Cat to even play tonight. Like Flea said, we was in the comment in the Texan. My mind is going, bro, Cat, you can sit down for the whole second half, bro. Seriously. Because if you're going to get in the way offensively and you ain't going to do nothing else, what are you here for? So for me, people got to stop tippy-toeing around the Cat situation. I'm not going to tippy-toe around it. Now, y'all know me. I'm very inconsistent. I contradict myself. Cat can have a good game next game, and I could be all over, and that's me. I'm willing to live with that. That's who I am. But we have to be honest. We got to stop tiptoeing and walking on eggshells when it comes to Cat. Cat is not holding up to the end of his bargain thus far this season with the Knicks. Everybody else is. Everybody game stepped up, Flea. What Flea always say? Do it again. Progress. Get better. What else can you do? We see Brunson got better at scoring. We see Mikal Bridges more consistent. OG picked up his numbers. Right? Josh Hart just continues to be Josh Hart. Cat, what have you done differently? Better. This is a problem, and we're not going to win a championship if our second best player on the team cannot produce. Enough is enough. If you ain't going to do nothing offensively, be a great defender. Be a great rebounder. Like y'all said, I'm not going to put Ware having a monster game solely on Mitchell Robinson. Cat, your bum ass was out there too. So for me, I think we have a problem, and who camouflage. Excuse me, who camouflages the Knicks' problems more than anybody? Jalen Brunson. He camouflaged Tom Thibodeau for years. Now he's camouflaging for Cat. This is a fact. It's a fact. So for me, enough is enough. Cat need to pick it up, or Cat ass need to be on the trading block, and it need to be loud and bold so he can hear it, so he can get his shit together. Because come on, bro, we brought you here to help win a championship. We didn't bring you here to just sit around and rob us. Them days is over. You ain't getting no big money over here, my nigga. We will ship your big dumb ass out of here. Straight up. So get it together. Help the leader, the captain, steer this shit, and let's get a fucking championship. But if you can't do that and help us, bro, bye. And just one last point, I'll let my brother Fleet look. I don't care about the games he got 20 and them shits. It just seems like it doesn't affect the game. He doesn't affect winning in the game like Brunson. So for me, at this point, what are you doing?
Flea, last 5 games, Karl-Anthony Towns before tonight was averaging 23 points a game, 53% from the field, 46% from three, damn near, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. But those 5 opponents was Philly, Orlando, Toronto, Utah, and Charlotte. His overall numbers, he's shooting 35% from 3 for the season. That's the lowest since his rookie season. Is the lowest he's shooting a 3-point shot since his rookie year. What are your thoughts on Karl-Anthony Towns' game for this season, and for the last couple games after the NBA Cup championship?
Inconsistent. I think that should be the word. I mean, I used to talk about Mikal Bridges last season and how when we look at Mikal Bridges in the box score and we look at Mikal Bridges on paper, Mikal Bridges is doing exactly what we got him for. But there's too many games where we were trying to find where's Mikal Bridges last season, right? We used to go at it with King's Speech in the comments all the time because he got mad love for Bridges. And we used to always say, where's Bridges from a night-to-night basis? So this season, you could look at him on paper. Yeah, Cat's probably averaging 22 a game, 11 rebounds, shooting 45% from the field, all the numbers you just spewed, right? Yet and still, we don't feel him out there. Pause. Like, he's not affecting winning or losing, right? You don't know what you're going to get from him on a night-in, night-out basis. Whether he goes for 20 and 10 or not, that's not the question right now. The question is, are you affecting the game? Are people feeling the fact that a 7 foot, 275 guy is out there going up and down the court, right? Some nights, which like tonight, we didn't see him. I didn't feel if he was on the court. He wasn't doing anything else. Usually when the ball is not dropping, which he only took 5 shots tonight, I don't know what that's about. Why aren't you aggressive, right? Why aren't you aggressive? That's concerning. That's concerning. Why aren't you aggressive? 5 shots, that's not enough. But even if it's not dropping, you're gonna clean the glass most of the time. You didn't have double-digit rebounds tonight. You let Kel'el Ware have a career night on you tonight. Every time I turned around, he was dragging your ass out to the 3-point line and smoking you out there. And then around the paint and the block, he was grabbing every rebound. He had 20 rebounds tonight. Karl-Anthony Towns, Mitchell Robinson, where you guys at? That's unacceptable. And Kel'el Ware is a fine player. He's going to be a great player in this league. But coming in the Garden and getting 20 rebounds, that's unacceptable. From two of the best rebounders in the league. Let's call it what it is. Karl-Anthony Towns is one of the best rebounders in the league. Mitchell Robinson is one of the best rebounders in the league, especially on the offensive end. And Kel'el Ware tore y'all ass up tonight. So it's unacceptable for Cat to go night in and night out not knowing what you're going to get from it. Again, if you're a box score reader, if you're somebody that's just going to look at the paper and figure out what guys did just off the strength of what the numbers say, by all means, do that. But if you're going to really watch the game and see how they were effective and things like that and what it looked like through the course of the game, Cat is becoming somebody that I can't find on a night in, night out basis. I can't find him, right? I can't find him. He was excellent throughout most of the playoffs last season, especially during that first round, right? That first round, there was so many big moments from Karl-Anthony Towns. It's like, that's why we got him, right? But again, we got a new coach. So we're setting good habits now. Everybody looks bought in. On some nights, you look bought in. But on some nights, you don't. And that makes us cause the pause like tonight. 2 points on only 5 shots. What's up, baby? What we talking about? Why aren't you aggressive against these two? Bam Adebayo and Kel'el Ware are not making it that tough for you that you can't be aggressive enough to get up 10 shots. That's just not the case. Miss me with that. So yeah, it's concerning. I'm not pulling the plug on it because I see the chemistry we do have. I'm not saying that we now put him on a trade block, but something has to light a fire under him for him to be aggressive night in and night out. It far too many times am I looking at him and saying, why aren't you taking some of this shit personal? The same aggression that you have with the referees, why don't you have that with the opposition? It doesn't feel like that. I don't care what the numbers say. It doesn't feel like that. So as soon as we get him on board on a consistent basis, they're not going to be able to do nothing with us.
The players around the league don't respect him. The referees don't respect him. He has to earn his respect, man. Every time, any team we play, they put the smallest guy on him. I watched Wiggins block his shot tonight. Like, why are we going to keep making an excuse? He had more complaints to the ref and fouls than points tonight. What are we talking about? How do we make an excuse? He has to figure this shit out. He's a former #1 overall draft pick. He's been around the league for a while. He's been to conference finals. He's been an all-star, all-NBA third team. Bruh, figure it out. You ain't a rookie. This ain't your second or third season. Figure it out. And if you can't figure it out, we need to figure out how to move your ass. Seriously, because a guy like this is going to want to get paid. Like these are things that nobody want to discuss. He's going to want to get paid. And how are you going to want to extend or pay a guy if you're not going to get us over the hump? Like I said, Brunson does what he has to do. You can't be the worst defender, mediocre on offense, and don't do nothing else good. And you are second best player? Every team we go against, they put a small defender on you because they don't respect you. The referees don't give you no calls because they don't respect you. Like, come on, that's a problem for us.
AllBall said something about Karl-Anthony Towns looking for a contract. That reminded me of this article from August. Knicks not giving Karl-Anthony Towns a new contract for one major reason. And they get right into it. Some ponder the idea of New York Knicks moving on from some of their top players, including Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns could sign a new contract, but the Knicks seem unwilling to offer one. Brian Windhorst and Tim Bontemps of ESPN confirmed what others have reported in recent weeks, that the Knicks and Towns are not discussing an extension this offseason. While you can logically piece together why that would be, they said it explicitly. Towns is more tradable on his current deal than if he had another 2 expensive seasons tacked on it. And that's the bottom line. Because bad enough he's playing the way he's playing, but there's no way you can offer an extension on this contract with him playing the way that he's playing. Even if it is cheaper for 2-3 more years added on to this contract, teams don't want that. He's going to be an older version of himself, and it's way more money you gotta hang on to instead of the 1 year left on his deal next season. And we know who's been lingering, what rumors have been out there. We know that they want to see how this season ends, because if we win a championship with Karl-Anthony Towns, that changes the negotiations of Karl-Anthony Towns and the Knicks. It just does. You're going to get more money, more than likely, because you're going to bring so much money to this team. They're going to give you the chip because of people like AllBall that go bananas over the one ring. But there's too many people that are like AllBall that are going to want to see that championship here and say, you know what? You earned it. We ain't seen a chip my whole life. So I get that. But if we don't win the ring, there's no way they're keeping Karl-Anthony Towns. I don't see that, especially with Giannis lingering like that. He's out of here if we don't win a ring. And the more AllBall was talking, it just made sense. He's that. Where is the dynamic duo, the pick and roll, pop, whatever the hell, with him and Jalen Brunson? We're talking about 2 great offensive players. It's never been cool. It's never looked fluid. It's never looked like they really. It's not that they dislike each other. It's that their game dislikes each other on the court. They're nice guys. Their games don't mesh well. And I've seen it with Giannis and Dame Lillard. It's not like every player. It happens. And I just don't see, if we don't win a ring, he's definitely getting traded, y'all.
Somehow these 2 guys are averaging the most points a duo has ever averaged in Knicks history. Somehow. They don't play well together. They don't like each other. They're not going to be successful with those two. The reason that we are being so critical of Karl-Anthony Towns is because what I just said is a fact. And so you want to catapult that into something that looks like a championship. We just won the other day in the World Cup, in the NBA Cup, right? So you can see that there are remnants of what it looks like for us to play on a big stage and win at a high level. We just said it got to be consistent. It has to be consistent. If this team is going to continue to pick up for each other and we make it to the playoffs and guys take their game up to another level, because we watch Jalen Brunson every year go from this to this in the playoffs. It happens every year. We want to see Karl-Anthony Towns go from this to this in the playoffs. And when you are inconsistent during the season, it gives us cause to pause. When you out there only putting up 5 shots and 2 points, and somebody owns you on the glass, when you're one of the best rebounders in the league, we're wondering, yo, what's up? That's it. You being one of the best players, an all-NBA player, top 15 level player, top 24 level player, and an all-star, like, we can ask you these questions. He's not devoid of asking these questions. I don't get that.
Especially when the opposing team is missing their best one-on-one player or ball. Tyler Hero wasn't there. We supposed to get rid of this squad in the first half. If Cat dominates, this shit is a landslide and ain't nobody playing the fourth quarter. When was the last time everybody got to get some rest in the fourth quarter? That debacle we had. What was the game that was blue in the last 30 seconds when they had to bring the whole starters back into the game?
No, yeah. I mean, it's listen, man. You know, when you trade for a guy like Cat, it's to give your best player some help. Simple and plain. It's to give the best player some help. It's to get you over the hump. Now, yes, last season we made it to the conference finals, but we fucking lost with home court advantage. So for me, it's just we can't keep ignoring how everybody has stepped their game up this season except Cat. How can people watch the Knicks games and not understand that? Everybody stepped their game up except Karl-Anthony Towns. What more do people want? Like, so for me, listen, man, every great team this season that looks like they can compete for a championship, they 1-2 punches legit. Yes, Flea, our duo average is 50. Brunson averaged 28. It ain't like it's 25-25. That 22 doesn't cut it. I'm sorry. And that is a lot of points to average, but if you're considered what we want Cat to be, 22 is not enough. It's just not. Especially if those 22 points doesn't impact the game. I'm sorry, it doesn't. What impacts the game is Josh Hart's energy and hustle. What impacts the game is Brunson scoring on the offensive end. What impacts the game is Bridges just being consistent, knocking down big shots. What impacts the game is OG on the defensive end. We have to be honest. So far this season, Cat has not impacted the game on a winning level. He just hasn't. So for me, that is a problem. And then when you have the best teams in the NBA, basically all the teams in the NBA, they know our Achilles heel. They know our weak spot. They target Cat. Bro, listen, you got your ass bust by a second-year player. Had a monster. That game tonight by Ware is going to get him a $100 million contract. Facts. Facts. So for me,
we done celebrating the shit that we seen already. We done celebrating the shit that we seen. We trying to get to a next level.
Come on, man.
Appreciate you, nostalgic Nick.
Yeah. Sorry,
my guy. Appreciate you, nostalgic Nick. You know I go left. If I need to go left, you know I go left quickly. I love the Knicks. I love talking my guys, the chat, but you know Flea will go fucking left fast. Very quickly. So everybody continue to love on us and be respectful. But remember, like Frank Sanders around the corner. Open. I'll be there if you need me.
Are you in business with Josh Hart or you guys competition, Flea?
Competition. We're competition, baby. We're competition.
Oh, and just real quick, by the way, before you read that, big shout out to the chat. But I know throughout the season, if there were any discussions in your mind about who's better, Cat or Brunson, that conversation needs to stop immediately. Immediately. It's not even close.
Dr. Toboggan, thank you for your $4.99. I copped that Tycho jersey tonight. When are we having a watch party? Let's go Knicks. God bless. As soon as I put up this the screen in here so I could watch a game while I got the computer. I mean, I could put the computer. I don't know what their excuse is, y'all. I'm selling them out. But Flea don't like watch parties, even though he is amazing to watch a game with. Amazing. He goes crazy. If you think he's crazy now, he is a head coach sweating all kind of shit while he's watching a basketball game. This guy's insane. Coach Flea, somebody said something yesterday about Flea something yesterday. I got so jealous. Another Flea phrase. I'm disgusted. And I'm rambling about my insecurities. King Speech. Thank you for your $2. We traded Cam, Big Bummage, Reddish for Josh Hart. Please.
Remember Cam Reddish? OG?
No, I don't. How about
No,
that?
you don't.
Where was Pat Beverly at?
Right.
In Djibouti.
Yeah. That's where Cam Reddish is at. In Djibouti.
In Djibouti.
Ray Floyd, I highlighted your comment because you said I'm a Pistons fan, but I love this channel. That's why we do this. Soon we're gonna start, visiting some other teams and how you say that, being the bearer of bad news. Like we'll watch the OKC Thunder and shit on them. Damn, this is a horrible game. Can you believe that Chet Holmgren didn't give you 25 rebounds tonight? That's what we do. You got a problem with that? Let's I don't know what to tell you. We being real, unlike them other dudes. You know what every other Knicks channel is gonna do tomorrow morning? You're gonna wake up, you're gonna be like, look, we feel good. Look how great we were. Fuck that. Anybody who's in the comments and you love Tibbs so much, for any Tibbs fans, what do you think they do as a head coach? They go into the film room. All the great players that you're talking about, this don't even matter to them. They care about losing. They care about that. They don't want to lose. And we see another level. I'm so glad that my guys were with me tonight. Like, yo, damn, that is the elephant in the room. What's this championship level? We're supposed to be smoking the Miami Heat. They're not on our level. It shouldn't be because we're missing Deuce McBride that we didn't smoke them. Can't stand this shit, man. King Speech, thank you for your $5.
Speech.
AllBall gets his AD wish. Then watch how many nights it's Huck Porty starting at center. Slow it down, man. No major deals to the offseason.
Now, I'm going to be honest. That would be a nightmare. Lord, have mercy. King Speech, go to hell for being correct.
Dog. King Speech, thank you so much for putting the nail in the coffin to that bummage AD conversation. AllBallTV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.